Hello everyone, my name is Filip. I'm an R Fund scout and I'm an active Cardano and Catalyst community member for some time now. I will be talking today about why Revuto chose Cardano and some differences between Cardano and other L1 solutions in the blockchain space. So Cardano Philosophy is based on scientific research and peer review. Actually, that's very different than most of the solutions out there, which tend to create a blockchain and then correct the errors on the way. Cardano really dedicates the time and effort to create scientific papers that are peer-reviewed in conferences, and only when they are absolutely sure that the technology will be working, those papers are transferred into implementation. The philosophy is do it right the first time. In contrast with, famous Mark Zuckerberg saying of move fast and break things, Cardano understands that there is a lot at stake, a lot of money at stake, a lot of people's trust and effort is being put into the blockchain. So they want to do it right the first time. That's why sometimes it takes longer, sometimes there are obstacles and delays, but when something is put on the main chain, we are pretty sure that it works. The idea is to create a global financial operating system, right? So what does that mean? That means that Cardano wants to improve and correct the mistakes of the traditional financial system, the disparity between the rich and poor, the high fees, global remittances. We certainly have the technology, the knowledge and the capability to correct those things, so Cardano aims to ensure that everybody in the world has access to the same things. And again, building on the shoulders of giants. So Cardano recognizes that there were projects before it, like Bitcoin, like Ethereum. Cardano recognizes that there are definitely good things from those blockchains. Cardano takes those things, builds on them, improves them. When mistakes are seen, they are corrected and improved on. So the specifics of Cardano, let's get a little bit more into detail. So Ouroboros is a provably secure proof-of-stake consensus algorithm. It's based on a set of research papers, and it's still actually in development. The current iteration is called Ouroboros Praos, and it enabled stake pool operations and delegation of stake to the stake pool operators. It's a novel system in a way that it doesn't, as many other proof-of-stake systems require slashing or locking. Ouroboros doesn't require either locking of your ADA. You can delegate your ADA for staking, but it never leaves your wallet and you can use it freely at any moment. Also, slashing is not implemented, so it's not necessary to slash the stake to punish bad actors. Another specific is the EUTXO model or extended UTXO model. So basically in crypto we have these two models. We have the UTXO model used in Bitcoin. UTXO stands for unspent transaction output. And the other accounting model is called account model for balances. The differences are UTXOs are basically chunks of money, let's say something like cash. And account model is, let's say, something like your bank account. Like you just have an account, and then when you use, the amount gets deducted, or when someone puts money into that account, the account gets, increased. And UTXO is every time you spend an output, you use it, and then you create two new outputs, one for someone that you send the money to, and another one gets back into your account, and you have a new UTXO. So there is a lot of debates of, is UTXO better? Is account balance model better? There are benefits and pros and cons for both. and EUTXO is, let's say, more sharding. It's more shardable, it's easier to shard. It enables local state in a much better way than the account model actually does. Right now, ETH 2.0 is, trying to find a solution to sharding with the account model, and let's hope they do the best. Multi-asset ledger is something that is very specific for Cardano. It enables more than one token. Let's say ADA is a native token of Cardano, but single asset ledger would allow only ADA to be on the main chain, and every other token would be executed through a smart contract. But in Cardano it is not so. You can have native tokens as a part of the ledger. So that's why we have a multi-asset ledger. It really enables easy creation of new fungible and non-fungible tokens. Haskell is the functional programming language that's been used to build the infrastructure of Cardano, and it's used because of its high assurance. It's also used in other, financial systems where high assurance, low probability of bugs and exploits are needed. Usually, critics of Cardano say that Haskell doesn't have a lot of developers, or developers are very hard to find. There is some merit to that, but it's definitely a good choice of a programming language when the stakes are as high as they are in blockchain technology. And then we have Plutus and Marlowe. Plutus is basically, let's say, a derivative language of Haskell, specifically created for smart contract deployment on the Cardano mainnet. And it's also functional and high assurance language. It has all the characteristics of Plutus and some more capabilities that are required for on-chain. And Marlowe is a domain-specific language created basically for finance professionals in a low-code, no-code way, where if you understand financial instruments, derivatives, or whatever financially that you need to implement, you can start right away, basically, without significant programming knowledge. So what are the benefits for Revuto from all of this? Deterministic fees is one of the features of the Cardano chain. It means that fees are deterministic. They vary very slightly based on the transaction size, but they are predictable. There is no fee market like there is, let's say, on Ethereum or on Bitcoin. The transactions get put into a mempool and then put into blocks sequentially, first in, first out method. So there is no market. You cannot pay additionally for your transaction to get processed faster. And also, you don't have the bad side of that if you pay low, your transaction will be stuck for a long time. Babel fees is an upcoming feature where it will be available to pay for the transaction fees on the main chain, not using ADA, but using your native token of choice. Now it requires, let's say, a consensus from a couple of different sides. You need maybe a stake pool operator to accept the fees in your native token that you wish to use, and it's currently in development, and we're looking forward to that implementation. And like we said in the multi-asset ledger, Revuto was able to create Revu, the native token of Revuto, without smart contract functionality. There is no need to create a specific smart contract and to pay the execution of it every time when you transfer. You have a multi-asset ledger, and all the native tokens are basically treated as ADA. They have a very equal ground with ADA in the whole chain. So that's it for me. I am really interested to see your questions, your points. Did I say something wrong? Did I say something well? Tell us what you're interested in. If you like more educational materials on specific subjects, please let us know, and we'll do our best to provide it for you. Thank you very much.